Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loimacedo is the best.
Hi there, Loimacedo. Speaking to you from Loimacedo.com. Who is Loimacedo and Think Personal Branding? Now, as you all know that what I tend to do here is I give you information that is shared to me by the people who live in the Middle East. Okay, I don't go by what you only see or hear in the news. I don't believe what is printed. And yes, I don't buy people's claims. If anyone claims that this company cheated me or this person cheated me, I don't buy it unless I verify it. So what I try to do is I try to give you the most authentic, the most original, the stuff that people are scared to talk about, the news that media outlets don't want to publish. And I try to keep it as real as possible, especially for the working class, especially for the middle class, especially for the people who are expats who come to the Middle East, especially Dubai, UAE, Sharjah, Umm Quwain, UAE as a country. So I get a lot of information from a lot of people who share with me a lot of things, Now, not yesterday, two or 3 days ago, I got this information from this guy who started sharing with me bits and pieces about Indian high school. Now, to tell you very honestly, I didn't have a lot of interest. I was not actually interested in Indian high school because I had spoken about Indian high school when this young boy, Abhimanyu Sadasivan, he committed suicide because of the pressure put by the school. I assumed it was the parents who put pressure on him, but it was actually the teaching faculty of Indian high school who put pressure on him to get the first rank or high marks. And the poor boy could not take pressure. So I had created this YouTube video where I lambasted Indian high school. I never thought it would go viral. I was just new to YouTube. I just shared my opinion because I was angry with the educational system that forces children to study, that makes them, want to achieve, just mug up and vomit. And their sense of self-worth is based on education. So I put that video. I never expected it to go viral. Next thing I knew is Gulf News covered the article, and things started picking up from there. Many people started to get in touch with me. Now, at first, I started dedicating a lot of my time towards youngsters and children. But then I found out there are two sides to the story. One side, yes, children are being oppressed. On the other side, there are pampered brats who, especially youngsters, who take advantage of the system. So what I realized is I need to balance out both. Some places the parents are really bad. Some places the parents are really genuine. Some places the children are good. Some places the children are not so good because the upbringing is flawed. So I learned a lot through that one video. But to my shock and surprise, after I had put up the Abhimanyu Sadasivan, that young boy's suicide video, I was told that all news outlets started to receive complaints about me from unknown sources, from children, from parents. And I was pretty confused. Why would anyone complain about me? Because those days in Dubai, I used to keep a low profile. People started writing emails and claiming that I was a pedophile, I was a drug addict, I was satanic. And I found it very strange until one day someone from Indian high school, a couple of students, they called me and they said, we would just like to get in touch with you. I said, okay, fine. And, I was pretty open to meeting anyone. So when I met them, these group of boys and girls, they told me they were a big fan of mine. They thanked me for the video of creating awareness of the school pressure. They told me that the Indian high school had a general assembly, had a meeting where teachers told the students, they had given them the assignment that you need to report this guy, Loimacedo, and, just spread false information about me or complain about me to save the school's name. Now, I'm giving you information that I cannot verify, but these youngsters look pretty trustworthy. So I'm just telling you what I heard from them. So the management of the school and the teachers told, we need to, smear this guy's name. And, they started a smear campaign. After that, they started ganging up youngsters to bully me online. And that was the first time I experienced online bullying. They would make fun of me on different forums. And that is where, I was fat those days. When I put up that video, they started making fun of my appearance. And that is what prompted me to get into marathon running, triathlon, and getting back into getting in shape, which, for those of you who have been friends with me on Facebook for many years, know how I transformed my body into being a bodybuilder. But that's old story. All right. So I experienced what Indian high school management was like, what they would do in order to preserve their name and in order to protect their image. So, that was a one-off experience. After that, I didn't have anything to deal with them. So this went on for some time. I bumped into a couple of these self-righteous pricks of Indian high school youngsters who, because their mom and dad, pamper them, they thought they could argue with me online. Or there was even a petition of bring Loy Macedo's YouTube channel down on change.org. I'll show you the link. This youngster, this girl who is, sponsored by her, I think her parents or whatever. So I met a lot of youngsters. Now, this went on for some time and, after that, I didn't bother much. But 2 days ago, I received this information from this reporter and he started telling me about Indian high school. I received so many WhatsApp messages, emails about this company, this organization, that Emirati, this local, that sheikh, whatever. So, but I have to choose, and you would not believe, on a given day, if I were to copy paste all the messages that I get, which I do, I get roughly around 60 to 70 pages. Okay, I copy paste on Google Docs, 60 to 70 pages worth of information I have to go through it. So I looked at, okay, Indian high school, I didn't give a damn. He just kept posting. He just kept writing. And I was like, what the hell is he doing? I was tempted to block him until he gave me the name of a couple of journalists in 4 different newspapers and said, I have given them the same information. Then I was like, okay, I know 3 of them out of the 4. Okay, very well. So what I did is I sent information to these 3 journalists and I said, this reporter claims that he sent you some information. I got a response from all 3 of them stating that, yes, this guy got in touch with us and yes, the information he's sharing is legit. So I asked them, do you think I should report this? They said, Loy, we wanted you to report this, but obviously we didn't want to create a shitstorm. But what this guy is saying has to be told to the world. So I was like, okay, fine, let me have a look what he has to say. So I got in touch with him, and for the last 2 days, I have been sitting down and speaking to him over the phone. We have been talking through WhatsApp and through emails. And what he shared with me, I'm going to read out the email and the message that he has shared with me. I'm looking at the screen. So don't mind, I'm reading what he has actually said. And this is really shocking. This is really, really very shocking. Okay. So remember, this is what somebody who is in Dubai, whose children are studying in Indian high school, a parent with other parents, which I've verified, they have told me this. Okay. So this is what he says. Now you need to understand, for the purpose of video, I've edited some bits of it, which is repetitive. I have removed names because I do not want, I do not want to smear anyone's name without evidence. But I can tell you the information shared here is very legit. I want you to watch the video, see the evidence presented here through the eyes of, let's say, a normal person, and verify this information. Don't believe a word I say, don't believe, but verify this information, what I say, And you tell me, you as a viewer, is this true or false? Okay, so this is what he writes. Lloyd, I would like to bring your attention and the attention of the public about the facts of one of the oldest schools in Dubai. This is one of the oldest schools in Dubai, which you would know, Indian High School. The land was donated by the great late Sheikh Rashid. It's a non-profit sharing organization under the patronage of Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum, and it's run by trustees. The school is run by a CEO who also represents the CBSE for all schools in the Middle East. The CEO right now, the CEO of the school, is a major influence in school. He has in himself authored many books. I'm not going to give you the name. You can research who is the CEO. However, it is not just him who's the author of the books. Strangely, his entire family is the author of many children's textbooks. And this is where the problem starts. Now, why is this a problem? See, you need to understand, for one person to be an author of a successful book is a rare achievement. But in this family, it's not only one person who's the author, everybody in the family is a successful author. Now, isn't that fishy? The CEO is an author of children's books where all the children are made to buy mandatory, yeah? And now his wife is also an author for children's books where it's mandatory for children to buy. His daughter is also an author of value education and key fit education, which is made mandatory for children to buy. His son is also an author of some books on maths, social science, computer, Hindi. There also it's mandatory for the children to buy. So now all of them are authors. They come out with books, which is okay. I understand you can be an author. But now they're making it mandatory for children to buy forcefully, that you have to buy this or, you can't get education. In a normal world, for one person to be an author is hard or nearly impossible. In this case, the entire family, husband, wife, son, daughter, are authors, which is okay. But now, all the books that they come out with is made mandatory for the Indian high school students to buy. And some other schools under some Captain Foundation in India, KAPTAN, and Canada, where his daughter is a trustee. Now, I'm not going to give you names. You find out who's the CEO, you find out who's the wife, you find out who's the daughter, the son, and you find out if they are actually publishing books. Like I told you, you tell me if what I'm saying is fake news or real news, okay? Yes, we Indians should be proud that a CEO of a school, of Indian high school, is writing books to share knowledge, but not his whole family. And that also when you force children to buy books. At Indian high school, class 1 to 8 science are authored by the CEO's wife, value education and key fit. Value education and key fit by his daughter, and some maths textbooks by his son. Now, where this is a problem. One is you're forcing children to buy, the parents have to endure. But where it is proven to be unethical is the price for one book, science book, is 450 rupees, and a workbook, which is additional, is 80 rupees. The total cost 27 dirhams. But here in the school, instead of 27 dirhams, it's not double, 54. It's not even more, 3 times. It's 4 times the price, 105 dirhams. So where is 27? Where is 105? And this is just one book. So one book, which is priced at 27 dirhams. The same book, same quality, same content is priced at 105 dirhams. A part of this school is given as textbook sales. Now, to a third party to be sold, okay, part of these school books at a very high price. And this is indirectly forcing these children and parents to buy. Now, when you buy from a third party, when you add these workbooks, when you add all these subjects, it costs quite a lot. For example, if you want to know how the CEO and his entire gang of people manipulate, the companies, it seems the companies are created by him also. Here is a link from Gulf News. Here is a link from Emirates 24/7, where they had forced the children to buy an iPad. Let me go to the article. Here, when I go to the article, it says, This is dated 27th April 2016. Okay. A Dubai school has come under fire from parents who are being asked to buy an educational tablet costing 2,000 dirhams for their children. The Indian high school sent circulars to the parents at the start of the year, advising them to book the Intel dirhams 1895 before the device runs out of stock. They were also asked to pay an additional optional 80 dirhams insurance charge against damage and 210 dirhams for extended warranty and 100 dirhams for a keyboard. Okay. So all this extra you have to buy. Even though now where it proves to be fishy, where it proves to be wrong is even though there are tablets which are much more faster than this tablet, even though you might have a Samsung or an iPad, you cannot use this. You have to only use this. And this is to be purchased from one particular company, from one particular brand. Many of the parents have said they are quite forced it down our throats, but the fact that they categorically told us that tablets of any kind, any other kind is not allowed. They are going to only go ahead to plan the new session with those who are interested is extortion. It kind of leaves us with no option but to follow the rest and buy the device that appears unnecessarily expensive. Now, see here, I want you to read the article. I want you to read the article. Don't believe what I say. Okay, don't believe a word what I say. Read the article. If someone were to force you, let's say this is an iPhone, it's costing $1,000, but someone tells you, no, you have to buy Tundra smartphone, which is, nobody has heard of it. And they say iPhone is $1,000, but this is $1,500. It's slower than the iPhone. It doesn't have features like the iPhone, but you have to buy it mandatory. I don't care even if you have another smartphone or you cannot attend school. Wouldn't you feel that this is illegal, that this is extortion, that this is unethical? This is what was done by the school, by that management. Okay. So it's not me. I'm giving you facts. Now, they made it mandatory for them to buy this tab from the school, which was priced more than the iPad. The only model was available in the school. As I said, this is an Intel educational tab. Now, what is the problem? If you calculate the amount of students, there are 14,000 students in the school. And if you price one, let's say the textbooks, only textbooks at 1,000 dirhams, 14,000 students, you multiply that by 1,000 students is 14 million dirhams. Let's assume that the cost is roughly around 2 million. Okay, let's be generous. 4 million. Okay, not 2 million, 4 million. The rest is 10 million. Let's assume the school has its charges, another 4 million. So the rest of the money, where does it go to? Whose pocket is it going to? Well, the answer is very simple. To the author, to his business, and to the royalties. How is it that coincidence that the CEO and his entire son, daughter, family, whoever is the CEO, you find out, I'm not giving names, that they are authors, that they have made it mandatory for 14,000 children. You have to buy the books that we have authored. There's no other good books out there, only our books. Okay? And nobody knows that extra million, whose pocket it is going. Strange, right? Okay, more. 80% of these textbooks are by them and their publishers. Example, the 8th grade has 25 textbooks in the list and only 10, you have to buy 25 books, but only 10 are taught in school. Why are you buying? My children study in this school. My friends' children study in this school. And I know so many other people whose children are studying in this school. This school is supposed to be cost effective and non-profit. Now it's draining our pockets. The CEO's wife apparently has this technology company in DMCC. He has given me the trade license copy, everything else. I believe this tab was bought through this company. The CEO and family is focusing on making money. Now, 2 years ago, it seems this chairman was elected for the school. First thing what he did was stopped the old book supplier. Now, I'm not giving you stories. I'm giving you facts. Facts I want you to verify. First, they stopped old book supplier. So if you're from Indian high school, you tell me if I'm right or wrong. First, they stopped the old book supplier. Then they stopped the uniform supplier. Until last academic year, there was no problem with the uniform. There was no problem with the books. Only this year, after he came into power, the books had a problem. The sellers who were supplying, the vendors, all of them had a problem. And they changed the sellers, they changed the vendors, they changed the uniforms. Now, most of the textbooks, before whatever format it was, now you have to buy that particular textbook with a workbook. That means you can't use hand-me-downs or borrow it from someone else. You have to buy this new textbook with this new workbook, which is made mandatory. They made new changes in every new version that comes out. And it can only be bought through one supplier. All right. Then it seems that when parents bought this up with the KHDA, that is the Educational Authority, it seems that it was way too late. Okay. The school had already started and most of the parents had already bought. So everyone had to buy. And if anyone complained, it seems they were threatened and blackmailed that, you know, we will have our legal team and you can be put under a lot of problems and pressure. Just imagine a parent who is voicing out, they are planning legal, they threaten them. We have contacts in the federal, we have contacts in the federal government, in the educational, you know, this indirect threat, which is unethical. Okay. And here's a big thing. All the reporters know this. All the media houses know this. All the newspapers know this. Do you know why they're not putting anything? They have evidence. I spoke to 4 newspapers. They said because the main guys, they're very powerful, very well connected. And when we wanted to print this article, we were told, no, listen, just don't. Isn't this unethical? You don't have to believe me. Just verify this. Any information that I give you is facts. I want you to verify with the children and the parents of Indian high school. And if what you think I'm saying is right, please put the comments. Create the awareness. You don't have to badmouth anyone. Just say what you said is right. I agree with you. Yes, they are overcharging us. That's not bad mouthing anyone. That's telling the truth. And if 14,000 children or their parents comment there, what is the UAE government going to do? Arrest 14,000 people for saying, yes, they overcharge us. Yes, they change the uniforms. Yes, they change the textbook. Yes, your video is right. Are they going to arrest 14,000 parents? That's rubbish. It's not going to happen. I can challenge you. So don't badmouth anyone, but just put the comment. Is it true or is it false? Okay. And if any one of you, I can't stop you from putting your comments. You can put whatever comments you like. All right. It seems that when asked from the school or the principal, they had sent not only SMS messages, but also emails that indirectly threaten them that they better stop spreading false information, even though the information is true. From September 2017, the children are not allowed to come to school with whatever uniform they had. They have this new uniform. They do not have the old suppliers. They have these new suppliers. From June 2018, the school was given uniform sales to a new company called Impulse Wave General Trading, which sells uniforms at a very high price. It's surprising that this company, Peers and Pages Trading Company, is officially an outsourced bookseller for all textbooks and printed notebooks. As per the record of the economic department, this company was formed in February 2018, and just 3 weeks after forming a new company in March 2018, they automatically became the approved vendor for Indian high school. The Guru Overseas Supplies Book Trading. All these 3 companies are registered in the same office, office number 9, Green Corner building in Dera. And these companies, all these companies have only one client. You create a new company and voila, you get a non-profit school which doesn't outsource to anyone else, only this one company. And this company gets exclusive Whatever margins you want to put, no problem. Whatever profit you want to make, no problem. And this company is under one family. You research who's that family, how are they getting. Now, 14,000 students have to buy new textbooks. 14,000 students have to buy new uniforms. 14,000 students have to buy everything that the school says because there is a new person who is changing the laws. All uniforms are highly priced and they're forced to buy from one store. It seems 3 uniforms, I'm not too sure if I got this right. A sport shoes, for example, which was bought a couple of years ago for 40 dirhams, say 2-3 years ago, 40 dirhams, that same shoe with only 4 lines, yellow, blue, red, green. So one shoe, which is costing 40 dirhams, is not 80 dirhams, not double, but triple, is 115 dirhams. So it's like me telling you, this iPhone, which I was selling to you before, was $1,000, but now it is $3,000. You still have to buy, no complaints. It's better quality. Doesn't that sound stupid? A shoe which is 40 dirhams, now you're selling it for 115 dirhams just because nobody can question this vendor, nobody can question the school. Now he says about uniform. From June 2018, a new supplier of the uniform was introduced, Impulse Wave General Trading. The supplier of books and uniform are same, but they have different license, same owner, same office. The price of the uniform is double than the price from the previous supplier. As the school introduces new colors, all the students are made mandatory to buy the new uniforms. Before it was 50 dirhams and 60 dirhams. Now it is 100 dirhams and 180 dirhams. Same uniform shirt which was costing 30 dirhams is now 50 dirhams. Plus, they want you to buy winter uniforms, full sleeve shirts, full trousers, ties, sweaters, blazers. 2 kinds of uniforms per season. The tie is priced 35, sweater 85, blazer 180. Now keep in mind, I don't know this. This is from a parent who has written to me. Lloyd, they have different uniforms for different grades. KG is different, 1 to 2 is different, 3 to 4 is different, 5 to 8 is different, 9 to 10 is different, 11 to 12 is different. The school is supposed to be a non-profit sharing organization. And you know why they give this differentiation from 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 8, 9 to 10? So that you can't give any hand-me-downs. Now, like I told you, I stay in Thailand. I don't know what is happening in Dubai. Okay? You're the ones who give me this information. So now I want you to tell me, you, the viewer, the information that I shared with you, this email that I shared with you, is it true? Are they exploiting the children? Have they made it mandatory for the children to buy textbooks authored by the CEO and his family? Have they made it mandatory to buy a uniform from only one supplier? Have they doubled or tripled the price of the same product with just few changes? Do you feel exploited? Do you feel that it's becoming from a school that was known to be the oldest school, which the great Sheikh Rashid made it affordable to children, education, quality education. Now they have just made it a business where the top heads are minting money and nobody's there to question them because they are powerful. Is this true? Is this false? This is the email that I received. I leave it to you, for you to decide. And please, remember this. I am 100% sure the school will try to do whatever possible to smear my name, ruin my name. You can ruin my name. Say whatever you want. Drug addict, pedophile, satanic, whatever. But when you exploit children, when you exploit the middle class families, when you exploit people, decent people, and you play this dirty game, you must be exposed. So guys, let me know. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. My channel is always open. Like I said, please support my channel. If you can like the video, if you can share it. If you don't like it, just dislike it. Put your comments. Remember, for putting your comments and saying that, yes, you're right, or yes, they charge us double, or the school is becoming expensive, your information is authentic. They can't arrest you. So please, prove it that what I'm sharing, this information, is right or wrong. And yes, if you'd like to donate to the channel, if you'd like to donate to me so that I can keep sharing authentic information like this, I'd appreciate if you can go to PayPal. My email is lloyd@lloydmacedo.com. Whether $1, $5, $2, anything, every month or every week, little, it'll help me run this channel and share this information that I always do with you. I really hope the best for you. This is me signing off for now. Please, we need to create this awareness, and I request you, tell me, comment whether what I've shared with you is right or wrong.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam, Lloyd Macedo is the best.